there is a quietness in the recesses of our mind. A silence that carries the weight of worlds we may never truly know. But perhaps, just beyond the veil of this life, in the still moments between thought and breath, there lies a hint of something more. Close your eyes and remember the earliest memory you can recall. Now ask yourself, what is memory? What are these fragments that seem to define us, that hold together the shape of who we are, yet often remain elusive, slipping through the cracks of time? In the quiet depths of existence, memory feels like a bridge. A fragile thread connecting us to our past, to who we were moments ago, and who we might become. But what if this thread is longer than we imagine? What if, hidden in the fabric of our being, are echoes of lives we've lived before? What if memory is more than just an artifact of the mind? This thought, this question, lingers. It opens the door to the possibility that memory stretches beyond the physical, beyond the limits of this body, this lifetime. What if memory is the imprint of a soul's journey, one that spans countless lifetimes? There's a belief, in many traditions, that we are not limited to one life. That the soul travels through time, reincarnating, again and again. And with each life, it gathers experiences, it learns, it grows. But what happens to these past lives? Where do they go, once this life takes over? Perhaps they are not truly gone. Perhaps they live on, hidden, within us, in the corners of our subconscious. Perhaps they shape us in ways we do not fully understand. Think about it. Have you ever felt an unexplainable connection to a place, a person, or a culture? Have you ever felt as though you knew something you could not possibly know? What if these feelings are echoes? Echoes of lives long forgotten by the conscious mind, but remembered deep within the soul. These echoes may be subtle, but they can guide us. They can lead us toward experiences and people that help us on our path in this life. It's as though there is an invisible thread, pulling us towards certain events, certain people, certain places. And while we may not always understand why, there is a sense of familiarity. A sense of recognition. Could these moments be glimpses of our past lives, resurfacing? Could the déjà vu we experience, the inexplicable feelings of knowing, be fragments of lives we have lived before? Breathe in deeply and consider this. What if, right now, within you, there are memories from other lifetimes? And what if those memories are influencing you in subtle ways? The choices you make, the people you meet, the paths you take in this life, could they all be part of a much larger, interconnected story? A story that spans not just this life, but many lives. And maybe, just maybe, the moments of synchronicity you've experienced, the times when life seems to flow effortlessly, as though guided by some unseen force, are moments when the past and present align. When your soul remembers, even if your mind cannot. In this sense, memory is not linear. We think of memory as something that moves in one direction, something that comes from the past and informs the present. But what if memory is multidimensional? What if it exists in a space beyond time? In this space, past, present, and future are not separate. They coexist, and memory is the thread that connects them all. Imagine a pendulum, swinging back and forth. This pendulum represents time, moving from the past to the future, and back again. But now, imagine that this pendulum is not limited to the two dimensions we perceive. Imagine that it swings through a fourth dimension, one that transcends time as we know it. This is where memory resides. It is not bound by the constraints of linear time. It moves freely, weaving together the moments of our lives, both past and present. It connects us to the lives we have lived before, to the experiences we have had, and to the lessons we are meant to learn in this lifetime. And in this space, there is no forgetting. The soul remembers everything. Every life, every experience, every lesson. And while we may not consciously remember, those memories are always with us, guiding us, shaping us. They are the quiet whispers of the past, echoing through the corridors of our mind. And perhaps, these echoes are what we call intuition. Have you ever had a feeling about something, without knowing why? A sense that you just knew what to do, even though you had no logical reason for knowing. This is intuition. And perhaps, intuition is the voice of the soul, speaking to us through the memories of past lives. What if every choice we make, every step we take, is influenced by the lives we have lived before? Perhaps we are not as separate from our past lives as we think. Perhaps, in every moment, we are carrying the wisdom of those lives with us. And when we listen to our intuition, we are tapping into that wisdom. We are accessing the knowledge and experience of the soul, accumulated over lifetimes. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? To know that we are never truly alone. To know that we are always guided, always supported by the wisdom of our past selves. And maybe, just maybe, this is what synchronicity truly is. It is the alignment of the soul's journey across time. When we experience synchronicity, it is as though the universe is reminding us that we are on the right path. It is a moment when the threads of our past lives and our present life come together, creating a sense of flow, of harmony. And in these moments, magic happens. Life unfolds effortlessly, as though we are being carried by a force greater than ourselves. And in these moments, we remember. We remember that we are part of something much larger, much grander than we can comprehend. We remember that our lives are interconnected, not just with the people around us, but with the lives we have lived before, and the lives we will live in the future. And so, the journey continues. Each life, each experience, a thread woven into the vast tapestry of existence. We often think of ourselves as isolated, separate beings, moving through time in a straight line. But what if the truth is far more intricate? What if we are not walking a single path, but many? There is a notion that time is not as linear as it appears. That past, present, and future are not distinct, but exist all at once. If that's the case, perhaps every moment is connected. Perhaps every decision we make ripples across lifetimes, both past and future, shaping not just who we are, but who we have been and who we will become. Think of your life as a river. The water flows forward, yes, but it also bends and curves. It twists back upon itself, creating eddies and currents. In these moments, time loops, connecting us to memories we cannot consciously grasp. These moments are when the echoes of past lives stir beneath the surface, just out of reach. Sometimes, in the quiet moments of reflection, we may sense them. A flash of something familiar, yet unfamiliar. A face, a place, a feeling, that seems both known and unknown. It's like catching a glimpse of something in the corner of your eye. You turn, and it's gone, but the sense of it lingers. What if these glimpses are the soul's way of reminding us? Reminding us of the continuity of existence. Reminding us that we are not confined to this single life, this single identity. What if every lifetime is a piece of a puzzle, and the puzzle is far bigger than we can see from where we stand? In this sense, the soul is eternal, while the body is temporary. Each body, each identity, is like a mask we wear for a time. We live, we learn, we grow, and then we move on, leaving behind the mask, but not the lessons. The lessons stay with the soul, carried forward into the next life. And so, the soul evolves. It becomes richer, more complex, with each new life. And though we may not consciously remember all the lives we have lived, the soul remembers. It carries with it the wisdom, the scars, the joys, and the sorrows of every life. And in rare moments, we may catch a glimpse of that wisdom. It may come to us in dreams, in meditation, or in moments of deep reflection. It may come to us through intuition, that inner voice that seems to know more than the mind can grasp. Or it may come to us in moments of synchronicity, when life aligns in ways that feel almost magical. Synchronicity is often seen as a sign, a nudge from the universe. But perhaps it is more than that. Perhaps it is a moment when the veil between lives becomes thin, and we experience the flow of the soul's journey across time. In these moments, past, present, and future converge, and we are reminded of the interconnectedness of all things. It's easy to dismiss these moments as coincidence, to brush them off as random, meaningless events. But what if they are not random? What if they are the universe's way of speaking to us, of guiding us? What if they are moments when the soul remembers? In these moments, we may feel a sense of alignment, as though we are exactly where we are meant to be. It's a feeling of flow, of ease, as though life is unfolding in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the cosmos. In these moments, the invisible thread connecting us to our past lives and future selves becomes tangible, if only for a brief time. And in that moment, we remember. Not with the mind, but with the soul. We remember that we are not just this body, this identity, this lifetime. We are far more than that. We are the sum of all our experiences, across all lifetimes. And perhaps, in those rare moments of synchronicity, we are being reminded of the bigger picture. We are being reminded that we are part of something much larger, much more intricate, than we can fully understand. We are being reminded that our journey is not just about this life, but about the evolution of the soul. And so, we move through life, guided by these subtle reminders. The memories of past lives may be buried deep within us, but they are never truly gone. They shape us in ways we cannot fully comprehend. They guide us toward the people we are meant to meet, the experiences we are meant to have, and the lessons we are meant to learn. It's a quiet guidance, often imperceptible, but always present. And in moments of stillness, when the noise of the world fades away, we may begin to sense it. We may begin to feel the subtle pull of the soul's journey, leading us toward the next chapter of our story. And so, the story continues. It is not a straight line, but a circle. A circle that expands outward, growing larger with each lifetime. Each life is a chapter in a book that has no end, only new beginnings. And as we move through this life, we are writing the next chapter. We are weaving new threads into the tapestry, adding new experiences, new lessons, new wisdom. And when this life ends, the soul will carry these threads forward, into the next life. The journey never truly ends. It is a continuous unfolding, a process of becoming. And with each life, we become a little more of who we are meant to be. And so, the soul evolves, moving ever closer to its true essence. And in the quiet moments, when we listen closely, we may hear the echoes of that journey. We may hear the whispers of past lives, reminding us of where we've been, and guiding us toward where we're going. And in those moments, we remember. We remember that we are not just living this life, but many lives.